we left. And the end of the year, I wrapped up. At the end of the year, I had only been in business for 6 months, and I closed my books with making $250,000 in 6 months. So everybody's like, "Oh, your check?" No, my check was just right. So this one is written for $1 million, and it's stated that I'm going to hit my $1 million in 2024.
Let's
so
go.
When I say these checks are real, like at conference, it was like, "What? You only put $100,000?" I was like, "Well, I'm new, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do." But when we closed the last year out and only been open from May 4th to December 31st, I had already hit 250,000. And even at conference, when we looked at it, because I tried to do the newbie and we looked at my numbers, and she was like, "Oh, you're not a newbie no more." What was the class after the newbie, Sue?
Now you're quizzing me on stuff that I can't remember right now. I have to put my notes.
So there was a step up from the newbie.
I think it's an emerging leader.
Emerging leader. Yeah, because we pulled my numbers at conference, and I was like, "Oh," and I had already hit $132,000. She was like, "Oh, you're not a newbie. You're an emerging leader. We got to change something. So your trajectory changes." So in the middle of conference, my game plan and where I was supposed to be actually changed because we pulled up my numbers. So I had to go sit with a whole nother set of people because now what I was supposed to work on in the workbook changed because I was no longer a newbie. And I was like, "Oh, okay, but I'm still new in months." She was like, "Nah, your numbers say different."
I think in October I was maybe like 400, maybe 500,000 maybe. And then by like November, December, just that 1 month, October, and then to November, I was already at like close to 700,000.
Awesome. Who's ready to see numbers like this in their businesses? Who's ready to see those numbers in their businesses? If you're ready to see number like this in your business, put the yes in the chat. Put the yes in the chat. Put the yes in the chat. If you're ready, if you aspire one day to see like numbers like those numbers that those ladies talk about, put the yes in the chat. Put the yes in the chat. And I'm going to tell you the two things that you need to master in order to have numbers like this in your business. So if we haven't met yet, I'm Sue Dennis. I am the home care agency startup and growth expert, and I help people like you start, grow, and scale their profitable home care agency. Okay. And if you see the numbers, like she said, she added like $118,000 like in less like than 2 months, like after attending our conference last year, Blueprint to Millions. Another one added an extra $200,000 after implementing things that they learned at the conference last year, right? So I know those numbers looks amazing, right? And you need to know what can you do to get those numbers. And in order for you to get those numbers in the business, there are 2 skills that you need to master. 2 skills. How many skills you need to master? Because I'm an interactive teacher. I'm gonna need you to speak back to me. There are 2 skills that you need to master. Drop how many skills you need to master? 2. Drop it in the chat. Drop number 2 in the chat. 2 skills. And those 2 skills are marketing and selling. Those are the 2 skills. Marketing and selling. In order for you to bring revenue in your business, you have to know how to market and how to sell. Okay, those are the 2 skills, and those are the 2 skills that I'm gonna be teaching at our upcoming conference, Blueprint to Millions. And I'm gonna make sure by the time that you're done from this conference that you master those 2 skills. And that's why you need to be in the room at the conference. We really have just a few tickets left. So make sure you grab your ticket today. Today is Friday. Today is payday. Make sure you grab your ticket today. Don't let something else get you confused or get you distracted. Get your ticket for the conference today. My team is about to drop the link right now for the conference. So you can like go on the website and get your ticket. The conference link is My Blueprint to Millions. The conference is gonna be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The dates are June 13 to the 16th. Those are the dates for the conference. So we're gonna kick up on June 13. We're gonna kick up with what we call the Millionaire Praise Party, where we praise, we network, we worship together. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're gonna have full day of training. Like basically half of the conference is marketing, half of the conference is how to get how to 10x your marketing so you can get more clients. The other half is how to 10x yourself. We have an expert speakers. My lawyer, Takora Davis, gonna be in the building. My friend Joy Pittman was an HR expert, is gonna be in the building. I'm gonna be in the building. My husband gonna be in the building. We're gonna basically, we can't wait to pour into you so you can get the things that you need to get your business to the next level. So do not wait, do not walk. Go to the website right now and get your ticket for the conference, okay? Get your ticket for the conference. The hotel is not included. The conference at the hotel, that's where we're gonna have our conference. But for you to stay at the hotel, that's not included. But we do have a group discount rate because the hotel is on the beach, y'all. Okay, so we do have a group discount rate that once you register for the conference, that we will make sure you get that. Okay, so we wanted to make sure you get this right there. So now let's talk. I'm gonna give you a little preview of what it takes, a little preview of the marketing on what it takes to find those private pay clients. Are you ready for that? I want to give you a preview of the marketing so you can know what it takes to get those private pay clients, okay? What it takes to get those private pay clients. The first thing it takes to get those private pay clients is knowing what is your ideal client, what are the type of clients that you are actually looking for. It's really crucial that you know what is your ideal client, what are the type of clients that you are looking to have in your business. That is really important because like if you don't know what type of clients you're gonna look to have, you're gonna settle for anything, whatever comes by, you're gonna settle for it. And guess what? We're not settling, baby. Now, we're not about settling. We're gonna go after what we want. And I know that's a hard concept for us who are heart-centered business people. Because I know if you hear like you doing business with the heart, right? You're doing business with the heart. And I know that's really hard for us, people who are heart-centered that are doing business, to think, okay, I'm not for everybody. I have to have a specific type of client that I'm looking for. Because I know a lot of times we want to serve everybody. But guess what? We're running a business, not a charity. So we have to look for the clients that can pay us. Yes, we have to serve people, but we have to make sure the business is sustainable. Would you agree to that? If you agree to that, drop number 1 in the chat. Drop number 1 in the chat so I know you're here and you're listening and you're agreeing with me. Okay? So, yeah. So you have to know your ideal client. Who is it that you're looking for? Who is it that you're looking for? It's just like when you start, I don't know if that's ever happened to you. Like you wanted something that's, let's say you wanted a yellow car. All of a sudden, because you put your mind on a yellow car, you start seeing the yellow car, right? So that's the same thing for your marketing. Once you fix your eye on the ideal client that you want to have, all of a sudden, you're going to start seeing them as well. And if your ideal clients is the people that can pay you, you have to understand if you're in an area and everything is Medicaid, everything is like Medicaid, or it's a lower income area, you're not going to find those clients more likely. So you have to know your ideal client. That's the first step. Once you know your ideal client, now you need to find where are they hanging out? Where are they hanging out? That's really important. You need to find where they are hanging out because that's really important. You need to know where they are because if you don't know where they are, you won't be able to reach them. Is that making sense so far? If that is making sense, drop a number 1 in the chat. Drop number 1 in the chat. You have to know where they are hanging out. That's really important for you to know where they're hanging out, because if you know where they're hanging out, then you can actually reach out to them when you know where they're hanging out, right? Then, not only that, step 3, not only that you have to know where they're hanging out, if you know, that's bonus step, if you know the person who have access to a whole bunch of your ideal client, that's going to be a game changer. Okay, that's gonna be a game changer. If you know people who have access to a group of your ideal client, that's gonna be a game changer, right? Total game changer. That will shift the level and everything for you. Okay, that will shift everything. But now, step 3, you know who your ideal client are. You know where your ideal clients are hanging out. Now, step 3, you need to approach them. You need to approach your ideal client. Of course, there's a way to approach, because how you approach an ideal client that's in assisted living facility, an ideal client that's in a hospital is different. You cannot have the same approach everywhere. At the conference, here, I gave you the big overview. At the conference, we gotta break this baby down, right? We gotta break this baby down so you can understand the actual steps and how exactly to do this. So we gotta break this down at the conference. So if you think this was good, this was just a preview. Like when you come to the conference, we gotta break this down. So when you go back home, you can take actionable steps so you can grow your agency. How many of you are like, hey, I need this in my life? If you know you need this in your life, you know you need this type of training in your life. It's like, oh, this was good. I want more. Put 2 in the chat. 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 Go ahead, drop 2 in the chat. If you're like, hey, I love this, I want more, put 2 in the chat. Yes, I see y'all dropping number 2 in the chat. I see y'all. Yes, yes. So like I said, if you want more, make sure you're in the room at the conference, because we gotta drop, like we gotta give you the, like I give you the like overview, the big picture. At the conference, we're gonna be detailed and we're gonna break this baby down for you. So when you go back home, you can have a plan. You can have your $1 million marketing plan, so you can go back home and implement and take your agency to the next level. Because I know there's a millionaire in you. You may not know it, but I do know that there's a millionaire in you. And at the Blueprint to Millions conference, we give you the tools for you to activate that. So go ahead, grab your ticket. We really only have a few tickets left. So make sure you grab your ticket right now. Go ahead, grab you. Don't wait. Grab your conference ticket right now. The website is My Blueprint to Millions. My Blueprint to Millions. Go on there and grab your ticket right now. So if you have any question, let me know. But let's get on the website and grab your ticket. Let me play, like, because you want to see some of the experience at the conference, how this conference was. So let me play one of the testimonial that one of the conference attendee from last year did. So let me play that real quick while you go ahead and get your conference ticket right now. Let me do this.
It was amazing. I think it's one of the best conferences I ever had. Everything was on top of the line, you know. I just like the fact that the energy in the room, it was so sparkling, you know. I just felt like that was the best place to be on earth at that time, you know. We learned so much nuggets, and I'm really like fired up. I know that I won't be there, but I had other family engagements, but I'm going to be there with you guys in spirit. I'm sure definitely next year I will be there, but man, it's so much information. I know everybody's going to be blessed. Thank you guys for putting everything together. It's so much work. I know God is working miracles with you guys. Thank you for helping families and helping businesses across America and across the world. Your message is going real far. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are a blessing to everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. When I tell you this conference is the bomb.com, we can't explain the conference. It's something like you have to be in the room. This is the room where $1 million conversations are gonna take place. You're not gonna have this conversation anywhere else. Not at any other conference, not in any other room. This room is curated for you. You need to be in the room. Go ahead, grab your ticket today before we sold out. Go ahead and grab your ticket today before we sold out. get your ticket, get your ticket. I know what's gonna happen. Once we sold out, you're all gonna be coming to me and say, "See, it's sold out. Can I get in?" I'll be like, there's nothing I can do for you. It is what it is. Okay. So I don't want you to be in that situation. I love you. I don't want you to come crying in my inbox. So go get your ticket so you can get your $1 million Blue Point and be at the conference, learn from the best, and then also learn from the best. And not only learn from the best, network with other people in the community as well who are doing it big. So let me play one more video here for you. Let's go.
Enjoyed myself tremendously with everything that you were teaching, you, Enoch, and all your speakers. I really had a lot of information that I was able to input in my business. I had to go cold turkey. I left my job and I just poured myself into it. So this year, the reason why I came back, because I want more. I want more because you go in detail. You go into detail, and most of all, what I really love is that you have the love of God, you and Enoch. And that's very, very valuable and important in a business to have a leadership like that. So definitely I had to come back because you give more and more and more, and I want more and more and more. So definitely, and I'll be back next year. If you have it next year, I'll be back again because you always have things that are new and different. And I like that. I really enjoy myself.
Who came last year. This year she's coming back as a VIP because that's how good the conference is. And like she said, we're going to have new things, new topics. And the level of detail that we give at this conference, it's like no other. So make sure you're in the room. If you need the link so you can grab your ticket right now so you can be in the room, drop number 3 in the chat. Drop number 3 in the chat. And then we're gonna get you there. We're gonna get you the link so you can get registered. And I'm gonna play one last video. This one is amazing because there we start talking about some numbers, right? So this is one of my favorite videos where we start talking about some numbers. So y'all want to hear some numbers and some receipts from last year conference? I'm only gonna show it if you guys want to hear some receipts. There's no other conference with receipts like this, okay? So y'all got to be in the room. Do y'all want to see some receipts? If you want to see some receipts of what happened after people come to the conference and they implement, go ahead, let me know in the chat, drop something in the chat so I can know, hey, you want to see some receipts? Then I'm gonna play that last video. But y'all need to give me something in the chat, okay? Give me something in the chat. Then I'm gonna show you some receipts. Y'all ready? Somebody have to give me something, a yes or something in the chat, so I know y'all ready. Okay, I see y'all over here. Okay, so let's play that last video here for y'all. Let's put this video here.
I think in October I was maybe like 400, maybe 500,000 maybe, and then by like November, December, just that 1 month, October, and then to November, I was already at like close to 700,000.
For y'all, I don't think y'all heard that. Let's.
When I left conference, I think in October I was maybe like 400, maybe 500,000 maybe, and then by like November, December, just that 1 month, October, and then to November, I was already at like close to 700,000.
Oh, keyed-up. Y'all heard that? I don't. Did y'all hear that? I don't think y'all heard that, because if y'all heard that, y'all will be running to the website and get your ticket. Okay, she told y'all she came conference. She was like around $500,000 in her business. Implemented the things that she learned at conference. For the month of November, within a month, I did an extra $200,000. Went to 700. Don't say I didn't tell you. This is where we give you all the secrets. Because I don't give everything on live for free. Like, you think you're listening to me and you think you know everything I got? You don't. There's level to the information. There's the free information. There's the conference paid information. Okay, that's top secret. So if you want top secret information that's gonna accelerate you to the next level, You need to be in the room. I don't think y'all heard what she just said, y'all. Because if y'all heard that, you will figure it out. And like you will run to the website, my Blueprint to Millions right now, and get your ticket right now. Like you can afford to miss this. I'm telling you, don't think you need to commit first. Because I know some of you is like, y'all so indecisive. And that's why y'all don't even get your blessings. Because y'all so indecisive. You're like, should I do it? Is it really? What if I have to figure my flight? I have to tell my next door neighbor. Y'all so indecisive, and y'all come up with all of the excuses, man. And that's the things. Indecisiveness and excuses are the things that make you miss out on your blessings. Like, is it really true? Can this happen for them? But will it happen for me? I'm not ready to make that commitment. You saying all type of stuff, right? All those excuses. I don't have the money. All of those excuses you're giving yourself is like costing you so much, and you're missing out on your blessings that you need to get, right? You're missing out on your blessings now because all you're talking about is the excuses. But really, it's time that you stop the excuses and get ready for the blessings that you've been praying for. Because if you're not ready, you cannot receive those blessings. So if I was you, seriously, I would run to the website, get your ticket. Seriously, for the price of the ticket, there's nothing you can lose. You're getting like 3 days of training with me. 3 days. That's at least, let's say if we do 8 hours the first day, 8 hours the second day, 6 hours the last day, that's 16. That's like 20 hours or 22 hours of training. It's a no-brainer. So actually, let me do some math. So the general admission is $7.99, right? Divided by 22 hours. Let's say $7.99 divided by 22 hours of training. That's $36 an hour of training. That's not that bad. Training that can give you, imagine, like she spent last year about like $750 to be at the conference. Okay, $750, and then you came back, you implemented, you made $200,000. Where do we get those kind of results? Where do you make those kind of investment? Nowhere, right? And she's not the only one. Somebody else came, paid $750 last year for the conference, came back, implement, added 67 clients in their business. Where do you get those kind of investment results? Nowhere, okay? This is like 100x, whatever it is, right? 100x, whatever it is, right? So nowhere. So make sure you are there. So somebody say, what time is the training? So on the 13th, for general admission, we start the Millionaire Praise Party at 6:30 to 8:30. And then for the training, the 14th is 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 15, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 16, 9 a.m. to like 5-ish p.m. On the 16th, I'll let you go early. So on the 16th, I'll let you go early. And I make it let you go early on those days, but I put it like this so you don't put anything else on your calendar so you can be there, right? And stay focused. So those are the timing. Yeah, but on Friday, you definitely we're not gonna stay there until 9 p.m. on Friday, for sure. Okay, did I answer any other questions? Any other questions about the conference? Any other questions? Yeah, so usually somebody say, so usually for me, or if you do VIP on the 13th, you have extra training at 11 if you do VIP. But if you do general admission, it starts at 6 p.m. On the 13th. If you do VIP, you have extra training at 11 if you do VIP. And usually for me, when I go to event, I come one day before and I leave one day after. The reason why I do that is like so I can come and refresh, relax, come with the right state of mind. I'm not rushing. And then I leave a day after so I can sit down and create my game plan after the conference. Awesome. So you guys, if you don't have any other question, do you have any other question? Any other question? Any other question? I'm checking to see if you guys have any other questions. Any other questions I can answer for you? Do you guys have any other questions? I'd love to answer. I don't want you, because a lot of time you have questions that is stopping you from getting there, and it's something really small that I could have answered. So do you have any other questions? Any other questions? Let me know. Let me know if you have any other questions. Any other questions? So let me know if you have any other questions. Somebody say, Sue, get out of my head, Dorothy. Yeah, we have to get out of the excuses. We definitely have to get out of the excuses. Awesome. Awesome. So to finish up, let's queue up some videos so you can experience the conference and what other people has to say about it. So you know that you need to be in the room, because like seriously, you have to be there. You have to be there. So team, let's queue in some video. So let's go so they can see the experience, what other people had to say about the conference and how things have gone. So let's queue up some of the videos for you all.
It was amazing. I think it's one of the best conferences I ever had. Everything was on top of the line, you know. I just like the fact that the energy in the room, it was so sparkling, you know. I just felt like that was the best place to be on earth at that time, you know. We learned so much nuggets, and I'm really like fired up. I know that I won't be there, but I had other family engagements, but I'm gonna be there with you guys in spirit. I'm sure definitely next year I will be there. But man, it's so much information. I know everybody's gonna be blessed. Thank you guys for putting everything together. It's so much work. I know God is working miracles with you guys. Thank you for helping families and helping businesses across America and across the world. Your message is going real far. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are a blessing to everyone. Thank you.
Myself tremendously with everything that you were teaching, you, Enoch, and all your speakers. I really had a lot of information that I was able to input in my business. I had to go cold turkey. I left my job and I just poured myself into it. So this year, the reason why I came back, because I want more. I want more because you go in detail. You go into detail, and most of all, what I really love is that you have the love of God, you and Enoch. And that's very, very valuable and important in a business to have a leadership like that. So definitely I had to come back because you give more and more and more, and I want more and more and more. So definitely, and I'll be back next year. If you have it next year, I'll be back again, because you always have things that are new and different. And I like that. I really enjoy myself.
In October, I was maybe like 400, maybe 500,000 maybe. And then by like November, December, just that 1 month, October, and then to November, I was already at like close to 700,000.
It's gonna be in the room. You have divers that are disguised as snorkelers because nobody has ever showed them how to dive. Like, they want to dive, but nobody ever gave them the blueprint. Mom didn't have the blueprint. Dad didn't have the blueprint. Nobody gave them the blueprint. And so they want to dive, but nobody has ever showed them how to dive. Nobody ever said, hey, look, in order for you to dive, you're going to have to invest more money. In order for you to dive, you're going to have to invest more time. But if you're willing to invest more money and invest more time, you can have everything. Now, here's where you and I come to the equation. At every point in your life, you have to make a decision whether or not you're going to be a snorkeler or whether or not you're going to be a diver.
In the end of the year, I wrapped up. At the end of the year, I had only been in business for 6 months, and I closed my books with making $250,000 in 6 months. So everybody's
Yeah.
like, oh, your check. No, my check was just right. So this one is written for $1 million, and it's stated that I'm going to hit my $1 million in 2024.
Let's
So
go.
when I say these checks are real, like at conference, it was like, what? You only put $100,000? I was like, well, I'm new, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But when we closed the last year out and only been open from May 4th to December 31st, I had already hit 250,000. And even at conference, when we looked at it, because I tried to do the newbie and we looked at my numbers, and she was like, oh, you're not a newbie no more. What was the class after the newbie, Sue?
Now you're quizzing me on stuff that I can't remember right now. I have to put my notes.
So there was a step up from the newbie.
I think it's an emerging leader.
Emerging leader. Yeah, because we pulled my numbers at conference, and I was like, oh, and I had already hit $132,000. She was like, oh, you're not a newbie, you're an emerging leader. We gotta change something. So your trajectory changes. So in the middle of conference, my game plan and where I was supposed to be actually changed because we pulled up my numbers. So I had to go sit with a whole nother set of people because now what I was supposed to work on in the workbook changed because I was no longer a newbie. And I was like, oh, okay, but I'm still new in months. She was like, nah, your numbers say different.
Put you in a box, or you are from this culture, therefore this is all you can do because you are this is all you can do. It's like the world has all these things that they want to place on you. This is what I want you to remember. None of that matters. As I said to you last night, or maybe to our VIPs, wherever that I am in the world, it's mine. I don't care where I am. Listen, right now, I'm in the United States. It's mine. It's mine. Tomorrow, move me to another country. It's mine. And I'm gonna be successful. Move me to somewhere else, it's mine. I don't care where I am. It is mine, and I'm going to be successful wherever you drop me in, because I don't care about what the world says, because I know this is my Father's, therefore it is mine. Therefore, go out there, take on that your creator-giving identity and make great things happen for the glory of the King.
We get people to want to work for us? How do we get people to stay? And how do we even identify who the right people are to bring into our organizations at the right time so that we can not just make money, but so that we can grow and scale? So how do we get people to want to work for us? How do we get people to stay? And how do we even identify who the right people are to bring into our organizations at the right time so that we can not just make money, but so that we can grow and scale?